In this direct answers video, we're going to be demystifying the 1031 exchange. And this video topic comes to us from LT Gray in the house because he commented on one of my YouTube videos. LT Gray asks, "My wife and I really enjoy as well as appreciate the content. Can you make a video about how to use a 1031 exchange to roll capital gains from different areas into real estate in order to get taxed differently?" A 1031 exchange comes to us from section 1031 of the tax code. And this section applies when you sell and buy investment properties. And the benefit here is that if you sell an investment property and you buy a replacement property within 180 days, you can save yourself from paying capital gains tax on that sale. Another name for this is the like-kind exchange. And the reason being is that you exchange one property for another property that's similar. But the benefit here is that these two different properties do not have to be identical. So there is some flexibility there. But I should also mention that you can't use the 1031 exchange for your primary residence. So to understand how the 1031 exchange works, I'll use a simple example for you. Let's say that you buy an investment property and that investment property is worth $1 million. And over the next few years, that property value appreciates to $2 million. If you sell that property, you're gonna have to pay a capital gains tax on that $1 million appreciation. And in this example, let's just say that the rate is 20%. So in that situation, you'd be paying $200,000 in capital gains tax. However, if you buy a replacement property that meets the 1031 requirements, you'll avoid paying that $200,000 capital gains tax. There definitely are some benefits associated with the 1031 exchange, but you do need to meet all of the 1031 exchange requirements. Once you sell the original investment property, you have 45 days to identify a replacement property, and you have 180 days to close on that replacement property. And the clock starts ticking when you sold that original investment property. Another requirement is that you must use a QI, or a qualified intermediary. A QI is a neutral third party who holds the funds from the sale of the original property and uses those funds to purchase the replacement property. And the reason they do this is because the person who's doing the 1031 exchange can't have any control over those funds. Another requirement relates to the value of the replacement property. When you buy a replacement property, the value of that replacement property must be equal to or greater in value than the first property that you sold. And on top of that, all of the net proceeds from the sale of the first property must be used to buy the replacement property. So, going back to the example that I just used, if you sold a property worth $2 million, you must buy a replacement property that's worth $2 million or more. And on top of that, all the sale proceeds from the first property must be used to purchase the replacement property. And the last requirement relates to ownership. And the rule here is that the ownership of the original property and the ownership of the replacement property must be the same. So if you held title to the first property in your individual name, title must be held in the replacement property also in your individual name. And if title to the first property was held in an LLC, then that same LLC must hold title to the replacement property. If you use a 1031 exchange rights, there definitely are some benefits to it. First and foremost is you get to defer paying that capital gains tax. So in that example that I used, you would save yourself $200,000 in taxes if you did the 1031 exchange correctly. Another benefit is that it helps people grow their real estate portfolios. It allows them to buy a replacement property that's worth more in value, and it helps grow their net worth. And lastly, it helps people avoid the hassle of selling one property and buying a new one at the same time. I also have a new book called The 5 Tricks to Teach Your Kids About Money. You can download the book for free by clicking the link in the description below. If you're looking to start a business, you can schedule a free 15-minute consultation with us at Corporate Direct by also clicking the link in the description below. And as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and turn on that notification bell. And I should warn you, the contents of this video are not legal advice and no attorney-client relationship has been formed.